Hello, welcome to Dr. Delika. I'm just doing some injector pump work, and I ran into a little bit of problem that you might have as well, timing the pump. As you can see on the injector pump here, there's two marks here and here, which is N and T for naturally aspirated and turbo, and then there's a notch on one of the teeth on the drive gear, and you mark it. Put it to the prospective mark on the injector pump and then install it. And in the book it talks about doing that and then installing it. And also what you're meant to do is put it on top dead center, and if you can see the white mark there, it's lined up with the 0 on the front timing case. You probably can't see that, but anyway, it's at top dead center. So what I did is I set it to onto the T for turbo, and then when you put it in, because it's a kind of a helical gear, it moves. It actually moves this way. It moves down, and in the book it actually explains it well. I didn't really look at the book too much, but what happened is I installed the pump and it wouldn't start. And what I did was I installed the pump, and then I took the steering pump off, and then you can actually see the gear and the marks in there somewhere. You might be able to see. And I'm like, oh, it's not on T because it's moved. Oh, I better pull it out and then, move it a certain way, so when it gets installed, it's on the T mark. But that's incorrect, obviously. That's why I'm doing this video. So you want to set it to the T mark, if it's turbo, obviously, and then install it, and then you don't have to look at it like I've done. You don't have to look at it, because in the book, I'll show you right now. So in the book here, sorry about the light, put it on the T mark, where is it? Yeah, see? Yeah, put it on the T mark, align it on the T mark, blah, 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 and then confirm that the notch on the gear is lined up with the mark N or T. Then install the front plate on the injection pump assembly. While meshing the gears, the notch H, which is the notch on the gear, will move in the direction P. So it will move away from the T down to the N. So when you install it, it actually moves. So when you install it, you shouldn't be checking it then, like I did. So as you could work out, this injection pump is out one tooth. That's why it won't start. So I'll have to remove it all again and move it to the T mark and then install it. So I do remember when I pulled it out, when I had a look at this tooth here, it was lined up with the N mark, not the T mark. And I'm just like, what the hell? I don't understand it. So after the research, that is the conclusion. And also, with the crank, the pulley, harmonic balancer, there's rubber. That's what the harmonic balancer does. It balances out the vibrations from the crank. And what can happen when they're old, this is a quite new one, it can actually slip on the rubber, and then your marks for top dead center are out. So can you see on that harmonic balancer, there's a hole here and a hole up the top. So when those are perfectly north and south, that's when you're top dead center, and you've got to check your valves. That number 4 is rocking. And you can do that with the rocker cover off, valve cover off. But you can also have a look when you've got a standard cam. I've got aftermarket one. There's usually a notch on the top of this flat of this hexagonal piece on the camshaft, but I don't have that. But what I can see is in this top right here, you can see the lobe of the injection for number 1, and as this camshaft is rotating counterclockwise, you can see that it is already injected, so it is on the compression stroke. So there's some little tips and tricks that you can check out when you're having problems with your injection pump install and not do the same mistake I did. So set it to the T, then install it, and as long as you're on top dead center, you can just forget about it. And then later you can do your finer adjustments on the side of the pump here, and then putting the dial gauge in the back where the plunger is. But you can follow the book for that. Too easy. Have a good one.